YouTube, what the crap's going on? I am live and we have a new sponsor already. Bulk Temp, BLK Temp 71. Thank you, good sir. Can we get some hype in the chat to start this thing off with the sponsor wah? I'll hit the sponsor wah button once we get into it. Thank you, Bulk Temp. You're awesome, man. Thank you for sponsoring and supporting the channel. If you all want to be amazing like Bulk Temp 71, then you can also support the channel and sponsor as I live stream, or even while I'm not live streaming. Just to give you all an idea of how big a help it is, one sponsorship in a month is worth the same as like 5,000 monetized views. So it is a really big deal when people sponsor, and I appreciate it a lot. Andrew Moreland, Veracity, Snores, Dov Plays, Yal Lopez, Lit, good to see you. David Lawrence, thanks for joining. Brother Hammer, thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. And I'll get you some sponsor wah going on in just a second. Bulk Temp, thank you for being an awesome sponsor and joining in. Like I said, if you all want to do it yourself, if you're on a desktop or laptop, right above the live chat, there should be a place to click to sponsor. If you're on a mobile device, then you need to go into either the Apple Store or the Google Store and get the YouTube Gaming app, and you can do it from the YouTube Gaming app. Sponsoring is similar to like subscriptions on Twitch. Kai Wilcoxon, thanks for joining, man. Thank you for being a sponsor. You're awesome. We got another new sponsor, Joseph Cook. Thank you, sir. I can't even get started here. People are sponsoring. The sponsor wah is real. The sponsor wah is real, folks. Thank you, Joseph Cook. Let's get some thanks for Joseph. The sponsor wah continues. People wanted to see my mods. This is what I'm using for mods. I actually added the Grand Campaign map mod. We'll give it a try today. Joseph, you are awesome, man. Thank you. You and Bulk Temp 71 both. Thank you very much. Faster Intern Camera, Grand Campaign map mod. It requires multiple mods, but you can get to them through links if you just subscribe to the main one. We're using the home region movement bonus, which is just like a 10% movement bonus when you're in your home region. Unable Pone is asking, what if you have Linux? I don't know what's different in Linux, honestly. Appius, thank you for being here, you beautiful moderator and wonderful viewer. Good to see you. Zebedee's no great power penalty. So that's my mods, for anybody who is wondering. Let's start the game up. Get back into the campaign. Yeah, the wah is starting early, Appius. It's fantastic. I can't tell you all enough how much I appreciate the support. Hey, speaking of which, I think the guy that I usually use for graphics, I'll get a hold of him and see if he's available. I know he took a new job recently, so I don't know if he'll be available. If any of you all can do graphic artwork and could help me with a badge or with emotes, you can let me know. I'm going to double check with my guy again because he's awesome. His link is in the description, actually. But if he's not able to do it, I might look around. So just want to, if you all can do it, you can feel free to send me an email at airtotalwar@gmail.com. So let's get our campaign loaded up. I want to try and finish this today. Kai says he loves Dov's channel. Yeah, Dov's got some good stuff going on. Y'all can check him out if you want. He's a great supporter here. Appreciate him. He sent us replays. He sponsors the channel. Good viewer. Good comments. Daniel Schott, welcome, sir. Thank you for joining. Matthew, I probably will say your last name wrong, but thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Jacques, Little Air, there's two Little Airs, and both of them are doing well. Thank you for asking, sir. Cohen, thank you. Cohen, greetings from Belgium. Well, hello from the US, good sir. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you being here. Y'all have to let me know. Last time I streamed, I did it on very low latency, and some people said there was more buffering. This time I'm doing it on kind of like a in-between setting, where it's lower latency, but not the lowest. I'm trying to get it to where I can be more interactive with you all, but I also want your experience to be good. Centurion, MBT24, keeping the sponsor wah going.
Let's go, lads! To war!
Yeah, to war, and here's one for the others.
Let's go, lads! To war!
We got to get a third.
Let's go, lads! To war!
All right, so the sponsor wah continues. Thank you, Centurion. You all give him a thanks in the chat. Hype it up for him. Appreciate it, good sir. Again, these sponsorships, if you go up into the chat, right above the chat, if you want to sponsor the channel, sponsoring the channel is like the same thing as like 5,000 monetized views. Average, give or take a little. It's a huge deal, so thank you. But if you can't sponsor, your views are very meaningful. One view from you adds up as a lot of people watch the video. So again, I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm just saying thank you for those who support. Subscribing to my channel, also a huge help. Having lots of subscriptions can help my channel gain exposure and other stuff like that. So anything you can do to support is massively appreciated. Thank you. You all are great. Unknown Pone, do you have any upgrades to the various imperial provinces? What do you mean by upgrades? Unable. Let me know. Alright, so let's see. I think we were trying to sail. We were in the process. Yeah, we're underway. Out to sea, so we're underway. Let's see what we got left here. You're darn right your views mean something, Muaz. Your views mean a lot. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. I'm just trying to appreciate the sponsors because they really stepped out on a limb, but it does not mean that I don't appreciate all of you. I absolutely do. Absolutely. So, absolutely. Okay, he says buildings. Well, I'm not sure what you're wondering, if I've upgraded buildings, but I mean, we've got, let's see, Reichland. This is what I've got in the Reichland. Dropped by to drop a like, but then I have to go. Well, Jaren, thank you for the like, sir. We appreciate you. Bond King says he's been watching every online battle since the launch of Rome 2. Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Thank you. I think we need to end a turn. Just keep doing all the research until I finish them all.
Judgment ready. Umber wizard.
No, Jack, you're the best. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. You should colonize the destroyed dwarf settlements in the east. Lots of gold mines. I'll check it out. Thanks, Varun. I'll look at it. I got your name right, Moaz? I probably got it wrong the second time. Sorry. Livid says he's getting some bad buffering. I'm getting good bit rates right now. So unless it's a YouTube thing, what I'm saying is that my upload and my bit rates coming out of the streamer are good. They're about 9 megabit, which should be plenty for 1080p 60. But yeah, again, it depends on how well YouTube handles their buffering. You're just trying to get me to spend some money. Oh, okay, I got it. You want me to go through and see if I spend any of my money? Well, the only place I can build right here, which I do need to, we'll spend that money. When you just start revision, but Airstream code, I don't know what revision is. Buffering fairly bad. So people saying it's buffering fairly bad. Let me see if I can change a setting on the fly. It does say bad right now. That's weird, because my bit rates going out are really good. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain. I don't understand that. That's really strange, because, like I said, my bit rate and my outbound speed is quite good right now. Give me a second. Let me take a look at it. We'll see what we can do. Yep, now it's showing bad on my end. That's weird. Y'all be patient with me here just a second. I'm going to try and test my connection. Download speed is always good up here. I've got about 300 megabit download right now. Just a second, I'm going to check my upload. My bit rates are just bouncing all over the place with upload, it looks like, so it may just be an inconsistency thing. mean, the bitrate seems like it should be able to sustain a good stream. I'm not sure why it's saying the health is bad. I'm a little bit confused. Sorry, y'all hang tight. Let's, I'm gonna check the chat. Is it getting any better? I mean, it looks like my bitrate's stabilized. I mean, I'm showing green on my broadcaster at about 9 megabit. For a minute there, I had a bunch of variation, but I'm a little confused why it wouldn't be good, because I've got about 8 to 9 megabit going out on my broadcaster. I'm gonna just push forward, and I'll watch the comments. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm getting between 9 and about 8.5 to 10 megabit at any given time, which should be more than enough to sustain a good stream. But YouTube says that it's not coming fast enough, which doesn't really make any sense to me. People saying reloading may have helped. Okay, well, try that. If you haven't reloaded, reload. I did get some weird performance for a minute. And like I said, YouTube is, for whatever reason, saying the stream rate is bad, but my broadcaster and my upload are both reading just fine. So it may be an issue with YouTube. Some people are definitely still saying reload did the trick, Appius and others, so try reloading. Daniel Schott's asking how I got so much money. Just built up a heck of a lot of economy, and I've got a lot of different economic buildings at this point, so makes it fairly easy for me to bring in a ton of money. Chris, thank you for joining. What's up? How are you doing? We do appreciate you being here, good sir.
Bring me to my men.
These guys all have movement orders to where they need to go. Or they did, until I messed it up. Let's see. We need this group. Come all the way up here to Nagaron. Okay. So we got all our guys sailing. Let's take care of the upgrades while we're here. Regrowth would be a good one.
Volkmar the Grim.
Chris says he's watching at work. Well, thank you for joining, man. I did a ton of work this week, guys. I did a ton. It was ridiculous. I think I worked for almost 70 hours this week. It was awful. That's part of the reason why the videos were not very consistent or frequent this week. I hope it's not the same next week, but yeah, it was bad. Great Book of Grudges wants to know if I can do a mod campaign. Sometimes vanilla can be boring. I have mods in here. I actually like the gameplay in its current state with just a few mods. I guess I don't feel the desire to do a big modded campaign because Warhammer's gameplay is good for me. I just like tweaking the little things in the campaign. What kind of mods do you have in mind, though? Maximum, thanks for joining, all the way from the UK. Chris says I'm crazy, but at least I'm making bank. My day job does pay well. I'm grateful for it, but dude, I can't lie. It's been extremely frustrating recently. It's when you spend that much time at work, I'm not getting to see my family hardly at all, and I barely get to see the light of day. I go in before it's light. I leave when it's dark. Yeah, it hasn't been this way in the past, but recently it's gotten pretty intense, and I'm not a big fan of it. Cheap Dreaming Owl, thanks for joining. Yonko, thank you. Life is good, man. I mean, I complain a little bit about work here right now, but no, life's good in general. No complaints. How did he take Grom Peak after we defeated him once? That doesn't make any sense. How's the water-cooled build coming along? I haven't decided to do the water-cooled build right now, Maximum, but you know, MSI just contacted me and they're gonna re-up their sponsorship through the end of like the third quarter of this year. And I was thinking about trying to do a project with them. They might be able to help me pay for it, and that would be pretty fun. Because it is expensive. I mean, could I afford it if I wanted to spend the money on it? Yeah, I could. But, you know, it makes me feel bad spending money on stuff like that rather than saving it for my family or something, right? Because I have a really amazing computer. Spending extra money on one just doesn't quite feel right. But we'll see. Will there be more Lizardman campaign? Yes, I do want to complete a Lizardman campaign at some point. Everybody who's joined, thank you for joining, by the way, and make sure that you, if you want to, you can support the channel with a sponsorship. Right up above the chat, if you're on desktop or laptop, you should be able to sponsor the channel. That's like the same thing as about 5,000 monetized views if you all want to support. Thank you, and for those who have supported, we've already gotten 3 new sponsors today, and I appreciate them greatly. So if you want to support it, if you are on a mobile device, make sure you get the YouTube gaming app, and you can do it from straight in the chat right there. Let's see, but that support's huge. Snore says Ryzen effect. I do want to do a Ryzen build for you all just to see what it's like. So that was definitely one of the first things on my list to talk to MSI about, to see if the new Ryzen refresh can compete with Intel, and especially since Intel took all of the performance hits from like what they call it, there was like that big security thing that they were worried about, and they had to do all these upgrades. It was honestly pretty ridiculous. I took huge performance hits during all that on my Intel processors. Really frustrating. Have I ever had a, so Bulk Temp asked if I've ever had a mage miscast a spell and kill himself. I have. I've had it happen in an online battle and in campaign. It's not very fun. But it can happen. Kyle says that me and Apollo got him into Total War. Speaking of Apollo, I need to get with him and play some online battles on, I think he had mentioned maybe playing him on the new Thrones of Britannia. Yeah, that was a horrible, so Armando says, yeah, that was horrible. We had to patch a ton of servers. Yeah, I mean, that was a huge problem. It was ridiculous. All that big Windows update, and my frame rates in Warhammer dropped by like 20. I mean, it destroyed my frame rates. I was getting really good frame rates in Warhammer 2. Just absolutely annihilated them.
The nation calls.
So, huge miss by Intel, huge miss. So, Great Book of Grudges says you may do a Lord Pack, Steel and Faith Overhaul 2, and a sub-mod. Made you curious and felt different with the race you're playing. Yeah, I haven't even beaten a campaign with like even half these races, probably on a normal one though. Appia says that he likes it whenever I'm trying to cast a bunch of spells and accidentally cancel another one. I do that. I do that. It's true. Andrew asked if I'm planning on doing co-op campaign. With me working full-time during the day, co-op campaign is near impossible, man. I would love to. I really would. But it's very, very hard to do. I mean, if you all just go crazy and, like, make the support even more insane than you already do, to the point where this starts to compete with my full-time job, then yeah, I would absolutely do stuff like that. Absolutely. But it's difficult with my schedule, right? Because I already feel kind of challenged for time with my family. Right now, you know, is kind of during nap time for the younger ones. This is actually a pretty good time for me to stream. That's why I do it. But yeah, I know we're not battling a lot, but it's because I'm trying to sail over to Nagaron, and then I got Balthasar making his way down to Lamia. confederated, or we allied with the lizards, but they won't seem to take care of business down here. So I've got Balthasar making his way south. So that's why I'm kind of ending turns, because I'm trying to get to the end game here, if that makes sense. We've tinkered with chaos quite enough, in my opinion.
Wild heart. Ready to serve.
Let's get these guys into this army.
Magic untamed. My spyglass is of use.
Your spyglass is of use? Well, good for you. I'm proud.
Praise be to Sigma.
Yeah, you better praise Sigmar. We can't quite get... Is it because...
What orders?
Okay, 2 turns, and we should be able to recruit the infantry I want there. Aben, Osman, thank you for joining. Glad you're excited for the Karl Franz campaign. Alec, thank you for being a fan, man. Appreciate you joining. Says he's been here through all the Warhammer 1 multiplayer replays. Good job, great work. Thank you. I wish I could respond to all your comments while this is going on. It's very difficult. One of the things that I probably will try and buy, I do have 2 monitors, but I want to get a second monitor that can flip vertical and be nice and big right next to my main one so that I can see, like, have the broadcaster and everything and your comments coming by where I can see them better. Do I enjoy history or Warhammer more? Well, I mean, I like history and I love reading about it, but in terms of gameplay right now, I mean, to me, Warhammer is far superior to any of the historical titles. I hope that Three Kingdoms comes in and makes the historical titles competitive with Warhammer, because if not, it's going to be hard for me to ever get into the historical titles again. Not because I don't like the history, because I do, but just from a pure gameplay and mechanics standpoint, Warhammer is just vastly superior. And now some of it is a feel thing, right? I kind of like the streamlined campaign of Warhammer, the campaign map, so that I can focus on the battles, and I love the big, amazing battles in Warhammer. But, Sinister, what's going on, man? It's like supporter number 1 right there. Thank you for joining. Anyway, yeah, so I like Warhammer better. That's my own personal take on it. Crap. I kind of got damaged a little bit here. We could, like, stop over at Slaver's Point. We're not at war with them yet, and I don't want to tip them off to my actions.
The wicked flee before me.
Navy is in hostile waters. How is it in hostile waters? I mean, it's blue. Isn't that allied?
Defender of the faith. Praise Sigma.
Why do we... So there's the attrition. We have to kind of stop, I guess, partway through.
What?
Let's push ahead just a little bit with this
The righteous
ship.
hammer of
Actually, yeah, I think we will. We may, like, stop just real quick, take Slaver's Point so that we can replenish that a bit. Alex giving a shout out for Appius. Appius was great. He's a good character in my campaign too. Crazy says he thinks Warhammer 3 is going to be all chaos. I think it'll be heavily focused on him, for sure. Makes sense from what people have told me. I mean, it's not like I know, but it does make sense. Sinister says he's been playing it since '89 on tabletop, and then Snore says he has too. That's awesome, guys. I really do wish I could get a hold of some nice, like, Warhammer models to just kind of use as a decoration somewhere.
from Sigma.
Let's see. Military access. I don't know why you need it. You're nowhere near me. Shout out to Fluffy Puppy. Yeah, Fluffy Puppy was an awesome character too. For all of you who don't know, it was a Vargulf I had in a vampire campaign. Do you all know, by the way, that was, for whatever reason, that was like the highest grossing video ever on my channel in terms of revenue? Was the Vampire Counts campaign part 1 when Warhammer came out. Fun fact. Appius says he misses Al Gorbel. Everybody misses him except the humans that he slays, right? Oh man, we got such a long march, but it's going. That's why I'm kind of just turn-ending and talking to you all right now, because we're just marching. Marching off to war, gents, marching off to war. Let's go ahead and build the buildings here because we have like stupid amounts of money. Look at this! Middenheim Great Temple of Ulrich. We will definitely be building that. We will definitely be building that. I think, let's build an Imperial Academy there too, because why not? Just because I can. Northern Oblast. Let's get blacksmith. I might build a gunsmith here. Be good to have a barracks also, which we can eventually build. Ostland. I mean, I don't know that we're ever going to even need half of these buildings, but why not? Hope there will be samurais from Nippon in Warhammer 3. That would be cool. Doden up. Middenheim Great Tickle of Ulrich. Yeah, I know. A little bit of slip of the tongue there. Sorry, folks. I really don't want to declare war on the are we allied with I think we are allied, and we could like jump across the land here, I think. Let's check our treaty status with Lothern.
Ulf one's defender.
Deteriorating, huh? Not sure what that would be.
I am the heir of Anarion, and I bid you welcome.
We do have military access. Well, here, I don't want our have a gift, courtesy of Karl, just because we're just that rich.
Understood.
I'm about to use your lands for replenishment, so
I command
let's
here.
call it good. Really? Is there no better way to come ashore down here? Let's do this. Let's come back down here. Let's go ashore and march overland.
Instrument of Sigmar's will. What does the Emperor bid? Sigmar compels us.
And that way we can replenish through the Elven lands, and then we'll put back to sea. We could just hit Nagaron by land, actually. That'd probably be the better way to go. That way we don't get caught by a Black Ark or something. I am pretty frightened about running into a Black Ark out there. Mazdamundi versus Nagash. Who would win? I don't know. What do you all think, chat? Ready? Who wins? Give me your thoughts. I wouldn't know. I don't know the lore behind it. Seems like more people are saying Nagash, but then some people are definitely voting for Mazdamundi. And then one person voted for Tretch and Gorbel. Nagash, if you're into the lore, is what Sinister says. Alright, so for those of you who know some Warhammer lore, let's have a little bit of fun here, okay? Remind me some of the stuff that happens in the lore. Wasn't it, like, what happened to Balthasar? That was one of the questions I was trying to remember. Doesn't he get killed by someone? What happened to Balthasar in the lore? Help remind me. I don't see any attrition through here, even though there's a whole bunch of chaos corruption.
Onwards.
Who calls?
Alright, Book of Grudges says he got killed by Manfred. He got backstabbed. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was Manfred. What about Franz?
Yes.
Y'all tell me what happened to Franz.
It is time.
What? So, like, all these Empire generals that I got here, Volkmar, Franz, and Balthasar, remind me what happens to those guys. Killed by Manfred during the ritual. Got it. Poor Balthasar. Had a metal face, and he gets killed by a vampire. Franz became incarnate of heaven? What? Franz dies and comes back as an avatar of Sigmar. That's sweet. How cool would it be if they represented something like that in like Warhammer 3? That'd be awesome. Thanks for the info, guys. Volkmar gets possessed by the Nameless? What's the Nameless? Sounds kind of interesting. Someone says, Trantor says that Grimgor literally kicks Archaon in the balls. Fun story. That's about all I know. Oh man, I would pay to see that. I would pay to see that. Volkmar got sacrificed by Archon? Current state of Warhammer, the end times come and the whole world is shattered into shards. Really? See, this is interesting. I like this. I need to stream more often. You guys can catch me up on all this.
Sigmar be praised. Sigmar has heard my prayers. Yes, my lord. Move!
Nameless is Drakenfels? I have no idea what that is. Volknar becomes the Vessel of Nagash? What?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm just getting like, if I'm getting trolled here or if this is real stuff. It says Volkmar is possessed by Emil, a demon prince. Interesting. Harry asked if I can do some more giveaways. Hopefully so, because I think I mentioned earlier that MSI re-upped their sponsorship, and hopefully they can help me with that kind of thing. I would do more giveaways all the time, honestly, but holy crap, it's expensive to ship stuff. Like, it is so expensive to ship stuff. It ends up costing me more than the actual thing I'm giving away sometimes, especially if it needs to go to a different country. Especially if it needs to go to a different country. But otherwise, man, I would love to do more giveaways with y'all. It's a lot of fun. I love giving back the people who help me so much. Giveaway codes? Yeah, I could do that. Seal. Sea Lion, sorry. Yeah, I could give away codes. What do y'all think? Just like, what, Steam card codes or something like that? So I could check into something. We could do those every now and then on stream. Sinister says I need to get into 40k. I played a little bit of like, what's that game? The Armada game that was set in like the 40k universe. I mean, it was fun. Galactic Armada or whatever it was called. It's just harder for me to get into. What the heck? Hold on just a second. It was trying, YouTube like automatically tried to hide your comment, Reptile King. I guess saying skewered in YouTube chat is too much. Battlefleet Gothic, that was it. Yeah, Battlefleet Gothic. It was actually a pretty cool game. I just didn't have time to get into it. Like, it seemed cool. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but I thought it seemed kind of neat. It was an interesting idea. I think it would have been really cool if they could have somehow done like the Gothic Armada thing, Battlefleet Gothic, kind of, if you could like stick that in the Homeworld engine or something, to where it was a lot like Homeworld, but with the 40k stuff, that would be absolutely sick. I would be all over that, because Homeworld is awesome too. I really love that game. Just don't have time to play it anymore. Let's see, don't care about this guy. I don't really care about anything going on back over there right now, honestly. Dawn of War 3 was a massive disappointment. I'm not familiar with the Dawn of War series, I wouldn't know. Sinister says I don't want any rewards, just keep playing. Don't worry, man. Don't have any plans to stop. Don't have any plans to stop. So what were some of the best spells in the tabletop? So for those of you who know the tabletop and stuff, what were some of the best spells? And do those spells, are they any good in the game, or do they suck? That'd be kind of an interesting one. I don't need to pay you for that alliance. Snores is answering Samuel, who I guess he was asking about a gaming laptop. You can get a gaming laptop, but they're going to be very expensive versus a desktop. So if you really need to get a laptop, there are, like, what I would say is make sure you get one that has at least like a GTX 1060 and try and get one that has an i7 or like one of the Ryzen processors in it. But I would say you want at least the 1060 and you'd be able to play most games fairly well. But yeah, it's going to be expensive. It's probably going to be anywhere from, I mean, depending on sales, $900 if you got really lucky, all the way up to maybe $1,200 or so in that range. So, and that depends on if you really demand a solid state drive as well, which I would recommend highly. Okay. But yeah, going with the gaming desktop is always going to be more cost effective. Building your own right now is not super cost effective because of RAM and GPU prices, so pre-builds might actually sometimes be a better deal right now even. Just depends. Got to check it out. Look at all your options. Bulk Temp says Foot of Gork was really good, as was Common-a-Cuss, and Sinister says Common-a-Cuss and Dora Purple Sun. Comet could kill anything if you got lucky. That sounds cool. And then Tom says the Dreaded 13th. What's the Dreaded 13th? I don't know what that one is.
To battle!
Occam's Mind Razor was amazing, is what Emil says. Yeah, and Appius is telling people to refresh if it's... Well, actually... Yeah, you might try the refresh. It's saying that my bit rate's going up and down right now, but it looks like... It's really strange. Like, it shows it as red, like that it's bad, but I'm at like 8.5 megabit. I guess it's because it's dropping down every now and then, so stick tight. My stream rate has been fairly solid today. My ISP is not always super reliable, so... All this chaos corruption through here. Looks like it's gone back green on my broadcaster, so yeah, just refresh it. Refresh it if you're getting some of the buffering. Jump back in. So who out there in the viewing audience today wants to be the next?
I will marshal the band.
Wants to be the next sponsor of the channel? How about this? Whoever sponsors the channel next, you'll become the Reichsmarshal here before the final battles. How about that? Does that sound good? Deal? Let me know. It's a race now. Who wants to be the Reichsmarshal? Actually, undo that. Immortality. That's actually some pretty good advice. People telling Samuel to keep his eye out for refurbished stuff. You can get... Oh, there it is. Baron von Boyce. Baron von Boyce, you're the new Reichsmarshal, man. Thank you, good sir.
Let's go, lads! To war!
The sponsor wall continues with Baron von Boyce. It's gonna be the Reichsmarshal.
Summon the Elector.
You're in command of the Reichsguard now. There we go. I think it'll... we gotta put the title on there. Hang on. So this would be Reichsmarschall. And then I think we put it down here. Baron von Boyce. The name kind of does fit there. That's perfect. And thank you for sponsoring, good sir. You're amazing. Thank you.
To the province.
Appreciate it. You all are great. Really helps me a lot. Oh, we got another new sponsor. Rolly Neal. Thank you for sponsoring, good sir. Thank you.
Let's go, lads! To war!
That's right, the sponsor walk continues. The walk continues, and I'll tell you what, you're a little bit behind him there, Rolly. Welcome, Samuel Rolly Neal. So Samuel, let's...
By the comet.
I don't have spaces for everyone, but since you guys responded at the time that I was saying I would name people after you here, so this one's going to be Samuel and call him Jade Wizard. There we go. So Samuel, you're in. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you all sponsoring. Let's get ready to end the turn. And for any of you who do sponsor, if you have some kind of request or something, let me know, and I'll try and make it happen. I can't do anything, you know, if you sponsor, but I will try to do something for you as a thank you for you doing that. So if you sponsor and you have some kind of request, like for me to do on screen or, you know, whatever, let me know. Name a unit. If I have a general that's not named, something like that, you can make a request. Absolutely. Harry Beck says he doesn't have the money. Hey, don't worry about it, man. You're here watching the video, that means a lot too. If you subscribe to the channel, that means a lot. Thank you. Samuel says, until I can afford my own, I'll live vicariously through air. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Friends of the Empire.
Yeah, I agree with Trantora. It is a little bummed out that you can't actually recruit Knights Panther from the chapter house. Andrew says, sing us a song. Like I can sing. I said I could do almost anything. Almost anything. Live battles with sponsors is a fair proposal. We will do that from time to time, Michael. I think I actually had some of them jump into my live stream last time we did Total War Arena. But yeah, absolutely. We can do that. We can do that. Like I could give priority to sponsors whenever I do live battles. We could like hold a couple of spots open for them. Well, look who came just like, you know, trotting right down into the middle of things here. You all ready to give Manfred the biggest beating that he's ever received? Because that's what he's about to get.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
Watch this, folks. Just you guys don't even. Manfred doesn't even. Or sorry, not Manfred. Malekith doesn't even know the beating that he's about to receive. I always get those two confused. Manfred, Malekith. They're both Mama's boys, right? Where's my other upgrade here, Volkmar?
Ready. Sigmar, grant me strength.
Yeah, Sigmar, come on, grant him some strength, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Malekith, you freaking crybaby.
Of Sigmar upon you.
You can't run forever. I'm gonna catch you.
I don't agree.
I don't care if you agree. Get over here.
Attack!
All right. Wow, he's got 4 Blackguard and some Cold One Dread Knights and 4 Hydras. Good grief. I mean, that's a pretty tough army, but it's not going to do him any good here. Sinister says, channel sponsor can tell you an army build of their choice and have me use it. Yeah, I could do that at some point too, if we were doing live online battles or something. I'm open. I'm open. Slick says that's a lot of Reiksguard. You're darn right, Slick. Darn right, that's a lot of Reiksguard. That's how we roll.
To me, man!
Reichsmarschall Baron von Boyce.
For Heldenhammer!
Ranged weapons ready!
Handgunners! Reiksguard Knights! Light of battle! We are Sigmar's heirs! Ready for war!
We're gonna have so many reinforcements coming in.
My subjects call!
My subjects call. I love it.
Empire endures! Finding range, sir!
Awaiting
'Kay.
orders.
Let's get this going. Reptile King, Ula Skinks. Should we get a cinematic view for a minute? Here it goes, folks. Oh, he's got some Reaper Bolt throwers, too. Gonna start trading fire here. You can see Malekith off in the background. Let's make sure
Hellstorm.
target his Blackguard with the Hellstorm rocket batteries. A little bit concerned about this Dread Knight out here, but if we pin it with a net of Ammontok, should be good. His bolt throwers are going for my cavalry right now. I'm gonna put it in slow-mo real quick so I can bring up some reinforcements. It's the Reichsmarschall. There you are, Baron. And here's Volkmar over here. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's definitely get some cinematic action. Oh, wait, hold on.
I serve him. Reichsguard Knights. Summon! Yes, General.
Sigmar calls.
Okay. Reichsguard! See, there was a blade wind from Malekith. Look at his Hydras firing in. Ooh, this game's beautiful. Okay, let's let the fight begin.
Karl Franz. Yes,
Let's get Karl over here.
for the Emperor. To combat. For the Emperor. Summon!
Broke these guys over here.
Yes, my lord. Great swords. I am prepared.
There's Foz protection. Oh crap, let's get away from these guys.
Formation. March.
Let's get around him and go get those dark shards. Woo, Malekith. He's putting up a fight.
Listen up.
We need to get our Empire captain out of there before he dies.
The Empire endures.
Let's get in here and take this stuff out. Light Wizard. Let's buff our troops right here in the center.
Great swords.
Alright, Karl.
Moving now.
Get him.
Yes, General. Sigma. My rule is absolute. See to it.
Alright, let's watch Karl go after Malekith.
The winds blow strong. At speed. Now.
Oh, Malekith's on the run. There it goes. Dark Elf's down. Malekith's running away like a pansy. Come on, catch him. Okay, good. Our Empire captain's gonna get up there. He should be able to catch him because of the speed differential. Malekith's actually pretty fast for being a big dragon here.
Captain of the Empire.
Get him, Captain.
Ready for war. We are Sigma men.
Oh, you know what? Get him, Captain.
To battle.
Oh, come on!
To arms, men.
What a bunch of flying dragon crap. Did you all see that? How do you miss with a fireball like that? There we go. Take that, Malekith, you emotional mama's boy. If any of you love your mothers, that was not intended as offense. People talking about steam tanks. There should be a mod to have 8 steam tanks. No way. What if I want to spam steam tanks? All right. Malekith falls.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Karl into the settlement.
Blessings of Sigma.
Camp. We can't camp with this character, but we can get back across this line and go ahead and start replenishing. Don't believe we lost any troops. Good, we didn't.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
Barded Warhorse, Shield of Thorns. Let's finish Regrowth, because Regrowth is extremely helpful.
Supreme Patriarch.
You're not the Supreme Patriarch. I mean, you're in the same army as him. Okay, Balthasar is still marching towards Lamea. And let's see. Good evening, Taros. Thanks for joining.
Of the weak.
Yeah, the defense, silver bullets, I guess.
Direct me.
There we go. A 19 steam tank army is the best. Yeah, it would be pretty ridiculous, huh, Sea Lion? LZ, thanks for joining. He says, second live stream I'm able to catch in the same month. Hashtag champ. You are a champ, sir. Makia, thank you for joining. Antec Greeno. Greetings. Thanks for joining us all the way from the UK. It's 12:30 a.m. Where Shirag is at. Thank you for joining. That's dedication. And I appreciate that dedication. That's exactly the kind of dedication I like. Michael says, as much as all the other factions are cool, he likes the Empire. The idea that you'd have this human society stand up to all the magical stuff. Yeah, it's kind of neat, huh? It's fun. I like them too. I don't know exactly why. Maybe that's the reason. Daniel, thanks for joining us all the way from Romania. Antec says it's nearly 8 p.m. where he's at. Well, thank you. It's awesome. I love how people from all over the world can like get together and enjoy something like this, you know? That's one of the cool things about Total War. It's like we're all from different places. We all like mostly different things, completely different backgrounds, different jobs, like this, but we all love Total War. I think that's awesome. You can have stuff like that going down. You know what I mean?
Setting forth.
That's why it was cool, like when I got to go to Germany for Gamescom. It's like different country. Almost everything they do is different, very different from where I live, but everybody's there because they love games. And they just came to check out all the awesome games. I don't know, I like that. I think it's neat. Reptile King's joining us all the way from Jurassic Park. What is that, like Isla Nublar or whatever it was? What was the name of the island in Jurassic Park? Should I play that new Jurassic Park type theme park game that's coming out soon? What do y'all think? Nearly 5 a.m. over here in Australia. Good gosh, Samuel. You're a trooper. AUS, Australia, I'm assuming, right? Land down under. Isla Nublar? Nebula? Isla Sorna? Isla Nublar? New Jurassic Park game looks fun. People are saying yes. Play it. Bulk Temp, thanks for watching from Vermont. Vermont is a beautiful state. I would love to see it one day. I say it's beautiful. I've seen pictures. I'm assuming that the pictures probably can't do justice either, right? I mean, most places are prettier in real life than pictures. Definitely not a mouse stop. I've been up for 26 hours. Jeez, man. What you been doing for 26 hours? Some serious dedication to something. New Zealand, Harry Beck. That is a long ways off too. Australia is the land of the future. It is for me because you all are further along in the future than I am, right? Washington State, one coast to the next, Trantor. Washington State's got some beautiful places too. I have been in Washington State, but not like for very long, and it was like way out in eastern Washington, which I'm not trying to bash eastern Washington, but I would really like to have seen the mountains near the coast, all that green and stuff too. That's the only place I've been in Washington State. I was out in like Pasco doing some work once. Bulk Tim says the cost of living sucks. Yeah, I've heard that about certain places. The cost of living where I'm at in Arkansas is like ridiculously cheap. It's great. I mean, there's like the main town where I live here is getting more expensive because all the jobs and demand and stuff like that. But as a general rule, the cost of living here is really good, and there's actually a ton of jobs in this particular spot where I work. Whereas there's a lot of parts of Arkansas that don't have a lot of jobs, right? But where I'm at is actually a pretty nice balance. Housing's relatively affordable. Jobs are plentiful right now. Dimitri saying hello from Russia. We're out in Russia. Russia's one of those places that, so like I like in the outdoors, and I imagine Russia is like second to no one when it comes to like potential great outdoor space, right? Because of Siberia, and then like the country stretches like halfway around the globe. That'd be kind of cool. Sinister in Kentucky, the land of hillbillies, moonshine and tobacco and barbecue. Oh man, that's good stuff. Good old Kentucky. Kentucky is a state I actually haven't ever been to, Sinister. I don't know why, but I've never been there. I'm sitting here trying to think. I don't know much about Russia. I know one of the places I think would be cool to see would be like St. Petersburg. And then obviously I'd love to see like some of the spots in like the Siberian wilderness, just to say like Lake Baikal and other stuff. I don't know much about the country, but that would be kind of cool. Again, traveling all over the place would be neat. There's a lot of places. I love seeing new places. It's really fun.
Volkmar the Grim.
I enjoy it pretty thoroughly. I don't enjoy all the flights and other craziness, but I do enjoy getting to see new stuff.
As is my right by Sigmar's crown.
Like when I was on the business trip riding through like Norway or UK, or when we were down in like Munich over into Austria, like it was like, I know it seems kind of stupid maybe to some people, but to me it was like really cool because it was like I get to just see the countryside, see what it looks like, you know, see somewhere different. And to me, that was pretty exciting.
I am innocent.
Propaganda Polska? You in from Poland? I actually have a good friend in Poland. She did some exchange student time at my high school. I've kept in touch with her here and there. She and I actually went back to senior prom together back in the day. She was great.
I serve Sigmar.
In fact, when I was in Germany for the show, she's like, why don't you just come on over to Warsaw? You're not too far away. And I was like, yeah, Warsaw's a little ways away. Still a little ways away. Not exactly right next door.
I live to serve the Emperor.
Let's see.
How shall we proceed?
Skip that. Let's see. Any Aggies in the chat? There's a bunch of Aggies at my work, David. I don't know if you'll find any in the chat. Alright, Sinister says we can go fishing. Dude, I love fishing, Sinister. I've not done a bunch of hunting, but I do like duck hunting. Apparently the ducks are better at it than I am, which most of you would probably be happy for. Baron Von Voice says he lives in Newfoundland. Don't ever come, it's awful. Really? I mean, maybe it's a different kind of place, but I thought it'd be kind of neat to see. Something unique. Maybe you're just used to it. Reptile King says, poor ducks. Trust me, Reptile King. I've been duck hunting several times. There's never been a duck that came home with me. They're winning that right now. Alright, here we are. We're getting closer to Nagaron, folks. All this chaos corruption up here is pretty brutal.
I am Franz. They will obey.
I like how he just says, I'm Franz. Don't worry about it. They're gonna... Oh, my Harganeth. Holy cow. Woo! We're gonna have a fight on our hands up here, boys.
Into battle.
Says, I used to live in London. This is Maywill? RLG. Says, used to live in London. Hated it. Went back after 2 years, and it was like the best place ever. I could see that. You just need a break sometimes. Yeah, I liked doing fishing for blue cats out on the Arkansas River back in the day. Sinister. It was fun. Yeah, Harry's saying that all the scenery's in New Zealand. I've only seen, like, obviously pictures and shows and stuff from New Zealand. But, dude, I believe you. I mean, what I did see was absolutely beautiful. I hear that, and again, this is just what I hear from seeing things, that supposedly New Zealand's, like, all big on kind of preserving their natural beauty, and that's kind of neat. I like that. Tom Pugh says, Mizzou. Tom, you remember all those days back in the day? Oh, you beating the crap out of Mizzou? Boomer Sooner. Huh?
Yes, General.
How'd y'all like that too? Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. Unfortunately, it's to the Browns, but he went from walk-on to #1 in the draft. That's kind of cool. Good thing I don't watch the NFL. Terry says largemouth bass is the way to go. That's true. They're fun to fish for too. Smethy says the best fishing he ever had was in the Hudson River. Too bad the fish couldn't eat them because of pollution. Jeez. Hopefully you didn't catch any like dead bodies or anything either. Cohen asked what my favorite team in the NBA is. I don't really watch the NBA, but like all my family's into the Thunder because they live in Oklahoma. But I think the Thunder have been having a couple of rough years after having had some good years. Hang on, Clutch Doctor says that a one-handed guy was drafted to the Seahawks. I didn't know there was like a guy with one hand in the draft. That's crazy. That's awesome. Tom Pugh says, whatever. I still hate A&M. That's hilarious. Oh man, that's good for a laugh. Oh, I love it. We're gonna need some siege equipment here with all this Hargoneth, man.
Raise your weapons.
We're all encamped here. Get plenty of towers. Continue the siege. In the EU, we don't really have basketball. Yeah, I knew it wasn't popular, but is it really just like not? I mean, like I'm assuming that football. I'm air fingering quote here because it's soccer to me, but I know that you all call it football. But I'm assuming football is probably biggest in the EU. But what else is big there? Rugby, tennis, golf. What other sports are big throughout the EU? Out of curiosity. I don't even know why I'm building these buildings. It's kind of pointless. Cricket? Is cricket really big, or are you just making fun? I don't even know what's real, so I could totally get trolled. Look at that! These vampires took the Misty Mountains.
By the comet.
Every time I see Misty Mountains, like I just can't help but think of like all the dwarves on The Hobbit singing their song about the Misty Mountains. Football and cricket's what Chirag says, huh? Need to nuke all those executioners. I know, Sinister. All those executioners, that's gonna be tough. Irish football, but only in Ireland. What's that like, Jack? Is it like American football, or is it different? Or is it like European football? You're saying like my version, I would call it soccer. Which one are you talking about there? Rugby's a UK sport, but football's pretty much it in the EU. Cricket isn't that big. Huh.
Friends of the Empire, come.
Michael says the Poles have a bunch of good basketball players in the NBA. Really? That's cool. I didn't know that. Drinking beer is a big sport. Nice, Cohen, nice.
Speak, I will hear you now.
Oh, man. Well, hey, whatever sport you all enjoy, right? Okay, Jack says it's soccer but with different rules. That's interesting. So I didn't know there was like an Irish version. The Baltics also love basketball. That's cool, Jack. I actually really liked soccer when I was a kid. Played it. I'm just calling it soccer for the sake of, you know, everybody understanding what I'm talking about here, right? I loved to play it. It was a heck of a lot of fun. But they didn't have it in the little town that I moved to, so I never kept playing it. And of course, in high schools and stuff around here, American football was like the deal, right? That's the big one.
So?
Tom says in Missouri you have a coyote hunting tournament. Have any of y'all ever seen the fishing tournament? I think it was like somewhere in Illinois where they have all of these invasive like Asian grass carp in the river, and the carp's natural defense is to just like jump out of the water, and they've actually had people like die because they'd be boating really fast and a carp would jump out of the water and hit the driver. And so they have like this fishing tournament I saw on TV where people just get in like whatever hillbilly boat they can make, and they're driving up the river, and they have like bats and 2x4s and crowbars, and it's just like literally whoever can bat the most carp and kill them and have them in their boat wins, because it's an invasive species. So I'd love to see that. Baron Von Voice says that in Canada they have it's all about hockey. All their sports are just for hipsters. We don't have enough ice this far south to really be any good at hockey, Baron. Sinister says, I've participated. Got hit in the face. You use nets? Dude, you can't use a net. You need to get like a board, like a wooden baseball bat with like nails through it and stuff. That'd be hilarious.
Be at peace, for that is all.
Great Book of Gretchen says, why do you never do a mod overhaul like Lord Packs? I don't know. We could try it one time. Stas says in Poland they play soccer. Yeah, I figured. Makes sense. Let's see. Balthasar is getting close to his intended target. So we're about to end this thing, folks. Oh man, the garrison's gonna be strong here. Balthasar has no backup. It's just gonna be the fight of his life. You know what's funny? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Maywile, RLGDO, saying you don't have all the American sports in the UK. What's funny is that, like, I mean, I don't really even like playing basketball that much, but it is kind of fun to go to a basketball game. And same thing with baseball. Like, I really can't stand it. I would never watch it on TV or anything, but I've been to a couple of games in person, and it's kind of fun for whatever reason. Maybe it's just because you're with friends and you're having a good time, and it's kind of chill. But I think it seems like baseball's kind of on the down here in the U.S. Doesn't seem like it's maintained the same popularity that it has in years past. 4 years worth of work on the workshop, and Air uses like better camera mod only. What can you do? I use more than the better camera mod. I showed my mods at the beginning of this.
Attack!
I'm using several.
Men, I will fight with you.
I think we'll go one more turn and get some more towers. We need to get a lot of infantry on the walls, but we could also just break holes in the walls and get our Reichsguard in. Let's continue the siege. I'm using the map mod, so I don't know if Haggref. Can anybody check and see if this city has a map in the map mod? Vermont has maple syrup chugging. Sounds about as healthy as I am on any given basis. That's hilarious. I can just see like this tournament, like you get a hole in the tree and just stick your mouth under it for a few days, right? Oh wow, I actually said it right. That's crazy. Maywell, yeah. Sorry, now I'm gonna say it wrong because you told me I said it right. Terry says, kill them now so I can go fishing. I'm about to, man. We're going to take these guys out, Terry. I'll get you out to the lake soon.
You are not
Sinister says we need to get you to 300k subscribers. Feel free, man. Tell people to subscribe. I'd love it. I actually, for whatever reason, I got on YouTube this morning and it said I had like 300 subscribers less, so YouTube must have done one of their great purges or something. Marathi, Cult of Pleasure. Yeah, whatever. The street says Chigger Chase in Oklahoma. Dude. Yeah, we still got those over here in Arkansas, man. It's pretty rough. Get yourself into the wrong spot and you're going to come out chewed up. For people who don't know, chiggers are these little, like, tiny bugs. If you don't have them where you're at, and they live in, like, the grass and weeds and stuff, and they leave, like, big whelps on you when they bite you, kind of like a mosquito, except it kind of feels worse in some ways. They suck. They suck. Oh, let's see. I think we're ready to siege here.
To war.
Do we have all of our siege equipment?
Ulrich's will.
Let's do it. This is going to be an epic siege. Tom asked if I shoot much trap. I do. I like trap. I've not really tried skeet yet, but trap is probably my favorite pastime right now, just doing the trap shooting. Gotten pretty decent at it recently. The last few times I went, I've hit over 20 every round. From the front line. I haven't practiced moving back much, and that's with singles, not doubles. Maywile says, I feel like 250k is like the most subs you can have as a total war content creator. Kind of. I don't know. Like, Lionheart's got more than that. I think you can do more. There's a couple of guys who have more than that, I think. Holy. That looks freaking sweet back there. I don't think this is actually one of the map mods, but it looks pretty sweet nonetheless. Look at that. It's too bad you can't, like, interact with any of it, but it's pretty cool looking. Air, give us the siege we deserve. Well, you need creative assembly to give you the siege you deserve. I can't really fix that. I can't really fix that.
Great swords!
We got a free company militia up on here. Or gunner. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's drop this ram because I don't think we're going to need it. In fact, I don't know why I took the time to make it. We got all those executioners. If I can use Foz protection, we might be able to do some good work with that. I got to really think about what I'm doing here. Ethan says they've been out riding in the woods. Nice to come over to the stream. Well, thank you for joining, Ethan. Appreciate it. Let's see, let's get all of these. I kind of would like to soften these guys up a little. I think what we need to do is let's get our artillery in range, like kind of right over here to the side, hopefully maybe even out of that tower, like where it can't get them, but we can still fire on in. Okay, let's do this. These guys on defensive. Let's get Karl out of the line of fire over here. Same thing with our cavalry. And then let's get our stanks right in here so we can get some holes in the wall. And then we'll do this. We'll try and put the holes in the wall, but we'll bring our towers this way so that we can pressure these guys from multiple locations. And then as I get reinforcements, we'll send some more reinforcements this way. I don't know if we're gonna probably lose some units here. It's gonna be a tough battle with all these executioners. Yeah, hold on. The stream quality is going kind of berserk again. If it gets to where it's buffering on you all a little bit, just reload it. It's kind of going up and down for a second, so just hang tight. I don't know why it does that. So, oh my goodness, those towers. Holy cow. Yeah, this siege is gonna be insane. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Try and get some holes in the wall. Oh man, those towers are taking some damage. Let's just start getting our reinforcements up here. Alright, we got some damage going on the walls. Got an idea. Just keep firing over here. Our tower's gonna get destroyed. Sure hope not. 37, 14, 45. Okay, these towers are gonna be brutal. If we can make a hole in the wall over here, though, and then we can get the enemy bottled up. Alright, hold on. I gotta pause it real quick and get some groups made up. Let's get some Reichsguard to try and get through some holes in the wall over here. Let's make a group, another group of cavalry. Let's see, maybe pull those guys over here. We got Volkmar. Here's like a huge group of leadership. My God, how many of these guys are flyers though? Because I kind of want to get the flyers off in their own group, so I can use them more effectively. Let's group up all our great swords. We got missile infantry. Let's put these guys over into group 2. Our 2 stanks. And the artillery. Alright. We're gonna need some, let's get group 3 over here. Because they're gonna need some help over in this vicinity. Let's dive bomb the sorceress because she's kind of exposed up there on the wall. Got a hole in the wall over here as we're passing by. Let's drop a banishment all over these elves here. Yes! Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at the damage. Oh, I wish it would just turn around and go right back up on top of him. That was beautiful. Oh man, this sorcerer got wrecked. Let's heal him up a little. We need to start gathering up some more winds of magic here. Come on, Volkmar. Should be another one. Group 4. Let's get back up in the air. Get up in the air. Get in the air. There you go. Oh yeah, Volkmar got a really good banishment there too. Oh man, we're gonna lose this sorcerer here. Where'd Volkmar end up at? Get up here, bud. Come on, get in here, get in here. Let's heal, and then put a regrowth on him too. They sent some executioners out after me. I really can't even keep track of everything that's going on here. It's like too crazy. I've got a bunch of great swords on the wall. Let's see if we can clean up everything on the wall. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely bonkers. Let's go ahead and get in here. Once Volkmar gets close enough, we'll try and drop some help over here. Do we have any more? Hold on, I gotta pause it just real quick. We got my wizard healed up, at least for now. Do we have anybody else who can help us draw on the winds of magic at the moment? Yes, because we need as much winds of magic as we can get a hold of. Let's hit play. I'm gonna see if we can cause a break over here by just overwhelming force. Let's get this infantry over here. Took over a tower there. Okay, I think we can break the enemy over here. Oh man, this is an epically huge battle here. Okay, let's push on, take out this next executioner. Just keep things moving. Alright, we're getting a little bit of Winds of Magic back. Let's use this again and really soak it all up. Take out the gatehouse. Everything's going pretty good on the walls. Let's get these units up. Actually, the artillery can stay put over here. Okay, we broke through the executioners. Let's head this way. I need a banishment over here. Let's get a couple of banishments spun up. Group 4, take out that Blackguard Corsair. Yeah, there's 2 banishments I got queued up over here. There's the first. Let's actually back off of that for just a minute. We're gonna need some reinforcements. Oh yeah, look, 2 banishments at once. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh man, get through the walls, guys. Get up in here, because we're gonna die to those towers otherwise. Alright, let's just push with everything we got here. Full on push. Those 2 banishments helped clean out a lot of the Dark Elves here. Let's bring Volkmar over here to help. There it is, folks. So, despite the massive defense from the elves, the Empire takes the city by sheer brute force. How'd y'all like all the banishments there? I thought it was pretty sweet. Alright, let's see, did we lose any units? If we didn't, it's going to be somewhat miraculous. So Karl Franz, let's see, 54 kills. That Light Wizard picked up 130. Actually kind of expected to see more. But yeah, they had a pretty stout garrison there. We had a pretty stout garrison. Did we lose any units? Because I really don't want to sit around recruiting. No, we didn't. We did it without losing a single unit. It's pretty impressive, actually, considering what they had on the walls. Look how good these greatswords did. And that horde of cavalry that broke into the settlement. That was pretty epic.
Keep your wits about you.
So there we go. Hag Gref is ours, and Nagarond is in view. We should be able to finish things today. Because Balthasar's on the doorstep down at Lamea. And I believe that puts us at an ultimate victory, maybe? I gotta check and see here. Objectives, long campaign victory. Western Sylvania, so... Hexadal, Itza, yep, just Lamia and Nagaron. Those are the only 2. Alright, Terry, have good luck fishing, man. Go catch a big one. Appreciate you dropping by for the stream. Let's actually put some defenses up, and then let's tear some of this down and get it ready to be a center of recruiting if we need to. Yeah, I think we're ready to take the capital away from the elves. And let's see, skip him. Just keep doing that. Where's Balthasar? Let's go check on him. Nice Reichsguard troll army. Yeah, I know, right? Huh, Dennis? It's pretty good. I like it. I'm a fan.
That will work.
Whew. Taking Balthasar a long time to get up here because of the type of land we're here. Reptile King says he logged back in to hear me say catch a big one. Yeah. Don't take it out of context, bud. Trantor says the Electric Council have to travel a long way. Yeah, that's true. Shrek says he knows more about Total War, even though he doesn't play it as much as his friends because he's just been watching all the videos. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it. Michael says it'd be cool if both Marathi and Malekith appeared to defend the Dark Elves capital. It would be cool. We injured Malekith a while ago, so who knows? Maybe he'll be there. I don't know if they've confederated, though, to where we would actually see them both.
Yes, that will do.
I'm actually gonna pull up like right next to Lamia. Actually, we didn't take maybe just a couple of casualties there. Let's go ahead and siege it.
I shall be victorious.
Yeah, we're basically gonna need a bunch of towers. We need at least 3 siege towers. Their garrison's not particularly strong. We just have to hope that they don't show up with reinforcements and pin us into a really tough fight. Look at all the vampiric corruption going through the lizard lands. How do you like seeing that, Reptile King? Their main army's way off over here, though. So it's kind of interesting. Other troops are replenishing. Desert Eagle says he hasn't seen a Karl Franz episode since the 3rd one. Well, good grief, man. You missed a lot. Maywell says, do I think that Thrones is worth a buy at 27 pounds? Oh, I'm not supposed to say anything yet in terms of official review. I'll tell you in a couple of days. I'm trying to think of the things that I can say because I can't give you like some kind of finalized version of it for me, but I can say impressions, and my impression is that it's very much like Attila. It's a lot like Attila. The campaign map is way better than Attila. The battles are very much like Attila, if that helps. Makia says it's like $200 for you Americans. No, not yet.
Be at peace, for that is
Not
all
yet.
I ever want.
Appius says, watch my Let's Play and I get around the embargo to review it anyway. Not really. I just give you my thoughts on it, which is totally allowed right now. I can give you my impressions of it, and I just gave you my impressions of it. But I'm not supposed to get into like, is it worth it, give it some kind of numeric rating or anything else like that. They asked me not to do that until a little bit later. All of us who got it early, they asked the same thing from us, not just me. They always do that. That's nothing new. It's because they're trying to control the PR a little, right? Make sure that the PR comes out when they want it to come out. Makes sense. I understand. You worked hard on a product. You want to have it represented the way you want it represented, right? Let's see. Imperial Griffin. Let's get past that dude. Chain Lightning, this guy's got everything. We can go ahead and give him a Pegasus. Hell Pit can get built all the way up. No lizards and thrones, so no sail. That's true. That is something I can say regardless of the state of embargo, is that there are no lizard men in Thrones of Britannia. That is true. I did think that all the factions were fairly close to the same in Attila, and they were. At least that was my opinion. Defender, the Order of Lore Masters. Sorry, border princes, but I don't gotta take no crap from you. A stamp of air. I don't know if my stamp of air would be misinterpreted. So there'll be no stamping anything until after the embargo's up. I don't want to burn bridges because, you know, then I don't get to have early access to games to show you all, right? So, I don't mind following their rules. It's not that big of a deal.
Is it time?
It won't be that long until they let us tell you all, what we think of it in terms of a review. I'm not saying I'm gonna do a review because I don't normally do reviews, and it's not I mean, I'd love to, but I don't know if I have time to do like a big review. But I would obviously give you all my thoughts on it based on me playing it, and you'd have to take that for what it's worth, right? It'd be based on me playing it with my preferences and all that other stuff, right? Depends on what you like. You always got to take that into consideration. What I like may not be what you like. But I'm flattered to know that some of you all want to know what I think. I mean, it's for that reason alone. Obviously, I would try to do a good job of trying to give you a somewhat informed opinion, right? Oh, Cohen asks, what's my favorite food? Ooh, man, that's a good question. So, I really like a good medium steak with some red in the center, right? That's good stuff. If that's like an American food that I like, I'd go for that. Some good mashed potatoes or a baked potato or something to go with it. Lobster is ridiculously good. Crab legs, really into that. I would say those are probably some of my favorites. I don't get to eat them very often, obviously, because they cost a lot, but that's my favorite foods. Dark elf pie, that sounds all right. It's a little bit emotional, but let's see. Balthasar is just busy sieging. Ha! The lizardmen coming to back me up. Look at that, Reptile King. If they get up here, we'll attack and we'll get lizard backup. I mean, they're a little bit chewed up from attrition, but if they get close enough, along with the dwarves, we'll get all kinds of backup. That'd be epic. That'd be a great way to finish.
In the name of Magnus.
In Belgium, we have a shrimp crisis. I'd hate to hear that, because I love shrimp also. Shrimp is dang good, especially when it's fresh down from the Gulf or something.
Yes, a sound plan.
I made sure to get plenty of shrimp to eat when I was down in Gulf Shores a couple years ago.
I will cast out all
Protector of the weak.
Cursanre. Don't know that we'll ever need it, but just a tankard of Bugman's ale for me, please. Well, Bale, if those dwarves come help us, they might give it to us. Holy crap, Cohen, are you serious? €100 for a half pound of shrimp? That is a crisis, man. Holy cow. What's the euro right now? About 1.22 US dollars for a euro or something? Good grief. Dude, that is indeed a crisis. Tom says he likes oysters. I've tried oysters and I can't get into it. Do you like them fried, raw? Like, how do you like to eat the oysters, Tom? I tried them raw. Ugh, it's just, the taste wasn't bad. It's just the texture is kind of disgusting.
who calls.
Ooh, seafood, give me a plate of chicken any day. Come on, Reptile, live a little, man. I'll tell you what, if you like chicken, Reptile King, quail is actually really good eating. It's similar.
I command here. I am Franz.
Not something you're probably going to
They
find
will
at the
obey.
store on any given day, though.
Men, war calls.
All right, we're going to siege Nagaron.
Ulrich's will.
There's a ton of blackguard there, which is very appropriate.
What? It is for the best.
I gotta get into reinforcement range of Karl here.
No, not until Hexen start. Sigmar compels us to strengthen the Empire.
This is wise. The wicked flee before.
Alright, Nagaron's under siege, folks. We are moving into the final phase of what has been a very fun campaign. Skill points. I mean, I don't even know if these skill points really matter a whole lot, but I kind of wanted to finish all of our research, but I probably won't. Blackguard, more like Slackguard. Yeah, they're gonna get banished, that's for sure. Harry Beck asked what my mic is. So right now I'm using a blue Raspberry because it's kind of small and easy to take on the road because I was traveling a lot last year. But I also had a blue Snowball that was really good. A lot of streamers really like the Yeti. I've heard more and more streamers these days though that, or content creators that are going with like an SLR mic so that it's more like a studio, but then you have to have some kind of converter to convert from the SLR into your computer. But I like blue microphones. They make good stuff. They make really good stuff. That blue Snowball I had for years was like $50 US, and it was fantastic. I bought a little mount for it, like a shock mount. Blue Raspberry's the best Jolly Rancher. That too, Trantor. That too. Don't you know it? Let's see, Order of Lore Masters, Interwar on the side of our ally. Thank you to those who sponsored today. By the way, we've had 4 new sponsors today. If you want to, or actually I think it's more than that, I think it's 5. I'll go check here in a second. So let me give a quick thank you to them before we jump into this bit. So Bulk Temp 71, Joseph Cook, Centurion MBT 24, Baron von Boyce, and Samuel Rowley, however you say that. So thank you for being our sponsors. If you want to join them, look up by your chat if you're on laptop or desktop. Sponsoring my channel is about the same thing as 5,000 monetized views. And it's a huge benefit to me and much appreciated. If you want to sponsor, feel free to do so. If you're on a mobile device, you got to have the YouTube gaming app. So go to the Apple or Google store, get the YouTube gaming app right next to your chat. You'd be able to see the option to sponsor. Nicholas the Ridiculous, speaking of sponsors, you're ridiculously awesome. Thank you for joining. Kai asked when I'm going to do more of the Mars cast soon because they just updated that game and added some cool stuff. You can build like tunnels between your settlements, and you can even prefab like entire little settlements to send up. So we may even start a new colony on it just for fun. Try out some of the changes. When Norska comes out again, are you going to do another campaign? That would be fun. We could certainly consider it. Uber says he's hyped for Thrones of Britannia. Well, not very long to wait, man. It's coming up. It's coming up. I can say without, you know, like breaking any embargo that I like Warhammer better, but they really did do a good job with the campaign map in Thrones of Britannia. I can say that. The campaign map is good. They did a good job with it. It's much better than the original Attila stuff. Much better. Let's see how our sieges are going. My weekend is going good, Nicholas. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to be on the weekend. I'm going to go out to the park here with the family. Oh, look at all the reinforcements we got from the Lizardmen. Let's attack. Look at it. We got dwarves and lizardmen. This is going to be sick. Carnosaur versus Mammoth. We definitely need to do that. How many peasants with each one would be fun too, but I think the Mammoth would win the how many peasants, though I'm guessing the Carnosaur would probably beat the Mammoth. Führer asked why it's better. First of all, you don't have the goofy climate change mechanic, which to me makes it better. They've added like some cool stuff with your faction where you can split up the different estates that you capture. You can split them up between your nobles, which helps keep the loyalty higher amongst your nobles. And just, I don't know, they've just added a few mechanics like that are kind of fun and add a little bit of variety to the campaign map. They've changed it to where the minor settlements are more like they were in Empire Total War. And the minor settlements are kind of focused on either a resource or farms or something like that. So you can go and take those away from your enemy to hurt them financially. There's no garrisons in those minor settlements though, so the AI absolutely loves to just like skip past your armies and go for the minor settlements, which to me that should have been obvious that that was going to happen, but you know, some people don't mind that. Again, it's really a preference thing.
Great swords! The Empire in
But that's why I think the map is better. So I would say that the campaign map of Thrones of Britannia really is good. It would be the highlight in my opinion. Dank vampires.
Prepare for combat! At your service! Yes, sir! Quickly! Demigryph Knights!
Attack the wall right there.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Alright, where's Balthasar at?
Very well. Go.
Let's go do some damage with Balthasar. Look, here comes all my reinforcements. Let's check out the siege of Lamia. Got our dwarves and lizards working together here, along with the forces of the Empire. Here comes Balthasar. The Dawe must have brought the beer, folks. You all said they should.
Moving now.
Balthasar should go. Well, those Vargheists could be a problem. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Here comes all the Pterodon riders. Alright, guys are gonna make it to the wall. Let's use our Witch Hunter. Start climbing the wall over here. Did the Hammer of Witches put a hole in this wall yet? Why not? Put a hole in the wall already. Oh yeah, the Vargheists are headed this way. Let's go back over and get Balthasar within the protection of our guns. If we hover Balthasar over here for a minute. Okay, what do we get here? Spirit Leech, it's no biggie. Alright, so we're starting to capture the walls. Come on, Hammer of Witches. Let's put a hole in that wall already.
Send us out!
I want to get my demigryphs in here. Okay, my great swords. Taking some of the walls relatively unopposed. Great swords here getting attacked by Vargheist, but that shouldn't be too bad. We can't use this stuff on the walls, can we? Yeah, we sure can. Let's hit these Cairn Rays with a little bit of magic damage while we're at it. Is that wall down yet? About time.
Emperor's might! The command is mine! To battle!
Alright, here comes the Demigryph Knights.
Quick march!
Made a hole for our allies too. The dwarves have some organ guns in place now.
Hammer! Obey!
Help attack over here. Where's Balthasar at? Oh crap, he's getting attacked by Vargheist. That's weird. Let's use our guns, help Balthasar out here. Alright, should tear those guys up. Try and lend some support here. Not really a lot for Balthasar to do because... Actually, there is right here. Let's go take down this vampire.
Moving now. Quick march to battle. I am master of Shamon. Get them.
get see if we can use Balthasar to kill this guy. Get him, Balthasar. Get her.
Fight them! Fight them!
Man, it's pretty risky taking Balthasar into melee against anybody here, but
Feel my ire.
for the Empire. Just look at that, the Saras. Is that a Scar veteran helping out Balthasar? What an ally. There, Balthasar helped take down the vampire lady. Look at the Pterodon riders back here. So we've done it. Balthasar has taken Lamea. Save this replay. Yeah, you know what? We probably should do that. We could do a recap episode. I'll save the replay. And we'll do the same thing at Nagaron. Is that how you spell it? Can't remember. Alright. It's in that battle. That was cool. We got support from all of our allies. That was pretty awesome. What do you think of that Reptile King? Do you like that Lizardman intervention there at the end, helping out Balthasar? That make this campaign end on a personal, cool note for you? Michael, thank you. Potion of Foolhardiness. So Lamea is ours. That just means Nagaron is the only thing in our way. Real question is, do I have like enough artillery and stuff? I mean, I got 2 stanks there, 2 more stanks.
What does the Emperor bid?
I mean, we should be able to take the walls down. I mean, this is going to be... This is a level 5 settlement. It is going to be an epic battle.
Raise your weapons.
How many siege towers? Because I really do want to have a bunch of siege towers.
Attack! Do your
Let's wait one more
worst.
turn. No, that stuff really matters. Let's go through that. What do you guys think? It's going to be an epic finish here at Nagaron. 2 full stacks of fairly elite troops protecting it. You have to fix by double Reich Marshal's title. It's OCD. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Baron. Trantor says, gotta go make lunch for the family. Thanks for joining, man. You have to come back and see the end. We're about to fight it out. Sinister says we love Patchy, the sadistic, violent conqueror of all things video games. Any chance you'd try out a game if it was gifted to you? What game do you have in mind? My problem with trying new games for Rats is just time. I'm just so time limited. And it kind of has to fit the channel. Not perfectly, but you know, like fit. Mood. That kind of stuff. Okay. We should have all of our siege towers.
War calls.
Reptile King, I need to sit down for this next battle. Sinister, you don't need to gift me Vermintide, man. You support me enough. If you guys really want me to try something, I can afford that stuff. I can afford that stuff. You guys don't have to do that. Alright. Frostpunk. I've heard people say it's good. Company of Heroes. I have seen Company of Heroes, but I've not played it. Dimitri asked how close I am to wrapping it up. If I win this battle, we win the campaign, Dimitri. All right. Here we are at Nagaron. Look at that black tower, man. Again, it's too bad you can't interact with... Oh, actually you can. Look at this. This must be the Grand Campaign map mod, because this map is different. Cool. Sweet. If CA did this, then they certainly haven't advertised it. Nice. All right.
Ready for war!
Well, I think what I want to do is focus my greatsword assault on the walls.
Ready for war!
Maybe here?
Great swords!
We need to get close to the walls too if possible because the towers are going to be
Great swords!
insanely strong.
Ready for war! Great swords! Yes, sir! Missiles will fly! Reichsguard! Artillery!
I want to try and make a hole in the wall with my artillery. Stick them all over here in one spot and we'll just try and pound a wall open here. Still don't have our light wizard on a flying steed, unfortunately. Let's group up all our swords, get these guys in a group. Control 3.
Light wizard!
Cav. Okay. Let's get the battle started. Go, go, go. Because those towers are going to be gruesome. Oh man, we're getting wrecked by all those crossbows. Let's back up for just a second out of their range. Let's put a fireball over here.
I will not stand idle! Formation!
See if that fireball hits anything. Yeah, did pretty good actually. Okay, epic siege, epic siege.
Moving now!
Oh man, those towers. Let's go move this way maybe. Let's get here. Alright, hold on just a second. I'm gonna pause it once again and then I'll try and get you all some cinematic feel. Who's the flyer? It's this guy. Let's put him in the group with Franz. And then let's put these two. I got another flyer. Let's put him in group 1 also. All the guys on the ground, let's stick them in a group. All my great swords in one giant group. And then let's put a big cav group here. And then my artillery group, group 5. I need you to make a hole in the wall for me. Okay, there we go. Oh man, we're getting wrecked hard over here.
My subjects call!
Let's get up here.
At speed! I am prepared!
I'm gonna get an epic banishment off here in just a second. And we have a dwellers below, I think. Yeah, that was a good dwellers below. Yeah, let's see. Let's get a banishment going. Let's get group 7. Let's take out the... Actually, no, these guys are coming out of the gate. Oh, man, my wizard just got shreked. Samuel, sorry, bud. I just got you absolutely killed. Reichsguard in here. Woo! Let's get group 1 down on top of these skirmishers up here. And let's get these great swords down here. Do we have a hole in the wall yet? Why not? Come on, give me a hole for the cavalry. Man, we're getting super wrecked. Those towers are just gruesome right now. They got 94% damage on the walls.
General!
9. Steed. line. Alright, we got our hole in the wall. Got some great swords down here to start fighting. We got Franz here. Chain lightning. Watch this, folks. Ooh, go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. Turn around. Turn around, not through my own men. It was still decent. It was decent. It was worth it. Banishment. Let's get another one going. What happened? Oh yeah, banishment's looking pretty good. Banishment's looking pretty good. Alright, we got a huge ball of cavalry back here. Start getting these guys up the towers, however we need to do it. Group 7. Oh, the Jade Wizard came back just barely alive. You might live, Samuel. You might. There's no guarantee. We'll fight with Blackguard up here. Let's keep things moving. We need some magic. Let's see what we can do. Look at it, folks. Nagaron under siege. The epic final battle. We're gonna save the replay from this one too, and I might put up a cinematic version of it. Reichsguard. See the Reichsguard running through the streets of Nagaron. Go after that Cainite assassin. Alright, Reichsguard have gotten into the city. Let's get some more of our infantry down here. Group 7. See if we can banish the rest of these guys. Yes! Banish them all! Let's see, where is that artillery at? Oh my goodness, there's... Is this Malekith? Yeah, I think Malekith's back here, and there's another black dragon that's actually going to be... Crap, there's a lot more Dark Elves left here than I thought. Go get these shades. Let's get group 1. Let's come regroup. Finish off everything over here. Get all our great swords up here. Oh, man. Artillery probably got... Oh no, we got some stanks. Let's bring the stanks in here. We hadn't quite cleaned things up over here, honestly. Oh no, my light wizard got routed. That's not good. My Jade Wizard just went down too. Let's get down here and help out a little. Kill this Death Hag. Get my cavalry down here. We're just under fire right now anyway. Those two dragons are actually going to be kind of a beast to deal with. But we got some Demigryph Knights. I want to get down here and finish off all of these Blackguard. Let's not use that yet. Okay. So I think we finally cleaned up most of the Dark Elves at the entrance.
Kill everything!
And gigantic degenerate blob.
Take position!
Now we just got to deal with Malekith, his other Black Dragon support. I think that's Malekith. Yeah, it is. Was Marathi here? I think was Marathi here? Was she one of those other hero units that I chased down? Did Malekith leave his mommy on the walls to protect him? Ooh, our wizard just barely lived. Hasselhoff. I'm gonna keep him back here so he lives. He deserves to live to the end of the campaign. Okay, let's get group 9, and we're gonna include these guys in it. Gonna move our Reichsguard over here. Let's get group 8. Should be all of our infantry, and we'll come in from the other flank. Get group 1 and come over here and clean up this last Black Arcan bow. Let's get our Stanks and bring them up over here. Same thing with our Blaster Gun. Let's just keep our distance here. These two dragons, we've got enough to kill them, but I don't want to get any of my heroes killed here.
Great swords!
Great swords.
Take the ground! Go!
Alright, getting everybody moved up. Wow, I can't believe this guy lived. Volkmar. Oh crap, I forgot we're gonna get under fire up here. What? No, hang on. I clicked the wrong order. You all here.
No lingering! Reichsguard Knights!
Group 4.
Formation!
Let's head up past here. Let's put Volkmar into group 4.
By the chain ripple.
Yeah, you two just chill where you're at.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Okay. Bring Karl in from over here. Alright, let's send in the steam tanks. They're unbreakable.
Great swords! Go!
Send in the infantry.
And gunners! No lingering!
Alright, group 4. Gonna charge in with all the cavalry. Ooh, that blade wind. I'm glad he didn't put it on my infantry. Alright, Stanks. Target Malekith. Oh, dang. Malekith's coming straight for us. Ooh. Just nasty, stanky breath all over me. Okay, wizard. Ah, dang. Stupid Malekith's ability. Alright, hopefully we're going to team up on Malekith. Just... Oh, crap. There we go. Accidentally screwed up the sound effects for just a minute.
Detachments! Hold!
How are we doing against Malekith? It's a tough fight. I think he actually took out our wizard already.
Ulrich's wrath on them! Ready for
Oh, there's 2 dragons up there. Yeah, that's... Jeez, man, we're getting wrecked.
faster!
One of the dragons is about to give way.
Fire!
Franz is almost able to use his potion.
Reichsguard Knights!
Oh yeah, we shattered him just in time. Oh man, that was a pretty close finish. Malekith is running for his life over here. So that was a pretty close finish. I'll save the replay and we'll do a recap of that one in a video. Yep, wizard got munched, but he made it almost all the way through the campaign. Yeah, that was a pretty huge battle there, folks. That was pretty good. That wizard, He almost died. Hoff almost died. He was the whole campaign with us. It was so sad. Did the Reichsmarschall die? I don't know if I killed you, Baron von Voice. We'll see. We'll find out whether or not you lived. Oh, you lived just barely. Samuel, sorry, you weren't so lucky. We lost our Celestial Wizard too. He was a heck of a character. But we took it.
Come.
Epic Siege of Nagaron. I think we just have to end the turn now and we win. As long as we still own Nagaron at the beginning of the next turn. Oh yeah, the autosave replay. Yeah, good point. I'm gonna tab out and get that autosave replay. Thanks for the reminder. Thank you. Let me see. Replays, autosave. Rename. Siege of Nagaron. Thank you for the reminder, guys. Almost ruined that. Got it. Thanks, Appius. Thanks, Appius and others. We saved it.
I will hear what you have to say.
Someone says now that you're done with this, you can do an interesting faction. I thought it was a good faction. What? Where's the campaign victory? Are you kidding me? Long campaign victory. Okay, reclaim Sylvania, all that stuff. Western Sylvania. Kislev, Lamia. Really? One of the warriors of chaos stepped outside of the chaos waste. Ah.
Sigmarite Archlector. Here to serve.
Alright, so we gotta... Yeah, one of the Chaos armies stepped outside of their appropriate locations.
Never.
Really? Come on, Bretonia. I trusted you to get a job done. That should have been the end of the campaign.
Ready.
That's frustrating. Start moving this way. I've still got a few armies over here.
Champion of the faith.
And all we have to do over here at Nagaron is just hold it, which we can.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
19 to 20, so we lost one of our wizards there, so we're gonna need a place to get our wizards back.
Summon the Elector Count.
Nagaron. Oh good, we have a wizards conclave. Let's get rid of that, that. And then a blacksmith. Demigriff Knights. Yeah, I don't know if we have to recruit those wizards right this minute, but probably could. Let's grab another Amber Wizard just for fun.
Battle Wizard.
And let's grab a Grey Wizard, maybe?
Grey Guardian.
Okay, put those in on the next turn. Let me see if I can chase these Chaos guys down just real quick. I really need to end this stream so I can get out the family. Yeah, watch if your allies declare war while you're chasing that army. That's a good point. I really want to get the victory screen here. It's kind of frustrating. We basically have a victory. Those Chaos Warriors were all trapped up in their settlement. It's a bit irritating to say the least. I'm going to leave my forces at Nagaron because we have to maintain control of it in order to get victory, so I'm just going to camp there, and there's no way the Dark Elves can punt out 3 armies. Thanks, Bulk Temp. Appreciate you joining, man. There we go. No? No! This should have been the end, and then Archaon finally comes? Really?
The tendrils of chaos spread south.
What a joke.
Taking the lands. And with it, the warriors of chaos march.
Well, I am going to have to go. I thought this was going to be the last one, but Archaon finally decides to show up.
But who has brought the warring tribes
What a joke.
manner of champion holds that power?
What a joke. Well, there you go, folks. Plot twist. See you on the next stream, where we got to take out Archaon.
Oblivion has come, my lord.
Oh, crap.
Archaon, the ever-chosen lord of the end times, has re-entered the world. With
Oh,
him
man.
marches a chaos
And
host
most of my
numberless
armies are
in
way off
size.
in other lands.
Prepare
Well, we're going to
yourself
have to raise a few
for the
new
coming
armies.
apocalypse.
But yeah, next stream should be interesting. Now we got to deal with these guys. Yeah, Archaon the Late. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Thanks for the new sponsors. Thank you all for being here. It's been an epic stream. I will see you next time.